Eala opens bid at Indian Wells vs Ukraine's Yastremska. Manila, Philippines. Filipina tennis sensation Alex Eala will begin her 2026 Indian Wells campaign against world number 52 Diana Yastremska of Ukraine on Saturday, 11 a.m. Manila time, at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden in California, USA. The world number 31 Eala received a first-round bye as she is one of the top 32 seeded players in the tournament. The 25-year-old Ukrainian achieved a career-high ranking of number 21 in January 2020, after winning 2 WTA 250 titles in 2019, the 2019 Strasbourg Open and the 2019 Hua Hin Open. In Yastremska's ongoing run for 2026, she holds a 41.7% win rate and reached the round of 16 at the Brisbane International and Abu Dhabi Open. Meanwhile, the 20-year-old Eala reached the quarterfinals in the Abu Dhabi Open after upsetting world number 8 Jasmine Paolini 6-1, 7-6, before losing to world number 4 Coco Gauff. Eala opens bid at Indian Wells vs Ukraine's Yastremska. The desert air of California carries a unique tension every March. Beneath cloudless skies and surrounded by the rugged beauty of the Coachella Valley, the world's best tennis players gather at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden for one of the sport's most prestigious tournaments, the Indian Wells Open. Often called the Fifth Grand Slam, the event has long been a stage where rising stars test themselves against seasoned champions. This year, the spotlight turns toward a young challenger from Southeast Asia, Alex Eala of the Philippines, as she begins her campaign against the powerful Ukrainian player Diana Yastremska. Their opening round clash promises not only a contrast of playing styles but also a compelling story about ambition, resilience, and the unpredictable nature of professional tennis. A rising star from the Philippines. For Alex Eala, simply stepping onto the court at Indian Wells represents a significant milestone. Born in 2005, the left-handed Filipina has steadily built a reputation as one of the brightest young talents in women's tennis. Eala first captured global attention when she won the junior title at the US Open, becoming the first Filipino to achieve such a feat in a Grand Slam junior event. Her victory resonated far beyond the tennis world in the Philippines, where sports fans celebrated the arrival of a new international contender. Training at the prestigious Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Eala developed a game shaped by discipline, tactical awareness, and relentless movement. Much like the Academy's founder, Rafael Nadal, she relies on heavy topspin, sharp angles, and exceptional court coverage. Yet stepping into the professional arena is a different challenge altogether. The transition from junior champion to WTA competitor demands not just. Under the wide desert sky of California, the stage was set at the iconic Indian Wells Tennis Garden for one of tennis's most captivating early round encounters. The air buzzed with anticipation as young Filipino star Alexandra Eala prepared to open her bid at the prestigious BNP Paribas Open against Ukraine's powerful and unpredictable Diana Yastremska. It was more than just a match on the draw sheet. It was a story of ambition, resilience, and the unrelenting pursuit of dreams on one of tennis's biggest stages. A desert arena of dreams. Every March, the tennis world converges on Indian Wells, a place often called the Fifth Grand Slam. Palm trees sway gently around the massive stadium courts, and the desert sun casts golden light over thousands of spectators. The atmosphere is both relaxed and electric, fans strolling through shaded walkways, players practicing on pristine courts, and the quiet hum of possibility in the air. For Eala, stepping onto the grounds felt like stepping into a dream she had chased since childhood. At just a young age, she had already built a reputation as one of Asia's brightest tennis prospects. Trained at the renowned Rafael Nadal Academy, she had grown from a promising junior into a professional eager to prove she belonged among the sport's elite. Indian Wells offered that chance. Alexandra Eala, carrying a nation's hope. Alexandra Eala arrived at the tournament not merely as a competitor, but as a symbol of hope for Filipino tennis. Her journey from Manila's courts to the world stage had inspired fans across the Philippines. Each match she played seemed to carry the weight of a nation's pride and its dreams. Despite her youth, Eala possessed a maturity beyond her years. Her left-handed game was built on precision, patience, and a fierce competitive spirit. Coaches often praised her court intelligence. She could construct points carefully, shifting angles and tempo until an opening appeared. But Indian Wells would test her in a new way. Across the net stood a seasoned opponent with a completely different style, one built on aggression, power, and fearless shot-making. Diana Yastremska, the power from Ukraine. Diana Yastremska had never been a player to hold back. The Ukrainian star, known for her explosive ground strokes and relentless attacking style, had already made waves on the WTA Tour. When she struck the ball cleanly, it sounded like thunder echoing across the court. Her game was simple in concept but difficult to stop: strike early, strike hard, and keep the pressure constant. Fans loved her intensity. Opponents respected, and sometimes feared, her ability to turn a rally into a winner within seconds. Facing Yastremska in the opening round was not an easy draw for anyone. For Eala, it was both a challenge and an opportunity. The moment before the match. As the players warmed up on the practice courts, the contrast between them was striking. Eala moved with quiet focus, methodically repeating her strokes, occasionally glancing toward her team for feedback. Her calm demeanor masked the storm of emotions that likely swirled inside: excitement, nerves, determination. Yastremska, on the other hand, practiced with explosive energy. Each forehand cracked through the desert air like a whip. Spectators gathered along the fences, whispering predictions. Could the rising Filipino star upset the experienced Ukrainian? Or would power prove too much for youth? Soon, the answer would unfold under the bright California sun. Clash of styles. When the match began, it quickly became clear that this was not merely a battle of skill but a clash of philosophies. Yastremska attacked relentlessly from the baseline. Her forehands rocketed toward the corners, forcing Eala to defend from deep behind the court. But Eala refused to be overwhelmed. Instead, she used the very qualities that had carried her through junior championships: patience and tactical awareness. She absorbed the pace, redirected the ball with sharp angles, and occasionally surprised her opponent with delicate drop shots. The rallies became fascinating chess matches played at high speed. One moment Yastremska would blast a winner past the sideline. The next, Eala would extend a rally until her opponent overhit. The crowd, sensing the drama, leaned forward in their seats. The emotional undertone. Matches at Indian Wells often carry a special atmosphere, but this one felt particularly meaningful. For Eala, every point was a chance to prove she belonged among the world's best. Each cheer from the crowd seemed to strengthen her resolve. For Yastremska, the match represented a different kind of motivation. Ukrainian athletes had been competing under the shadow of turmoil back home, and every victory carried emotional significance. On the court, those deeper stories manifested as fierce determination.